Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I wanted to do a 1 hour flipping challenge. I used to do these a lot back in the day. A couple years ago I used to do like weird ones like 1 hour of flipping only vegetables or 1 hour of only flipping weapons, stuff like that. Today I'm going to be doing a more common challenge, and that is starting with 10 mil. I find 10 million coins is really when you could start doing some active flipping and maybe just flipping in general, but it can be kind of challenging as there aren't a ton of items that are available to you, and most of them aren't going to be giving you many returns. But I am going to see how much money I can earn in 1 hour starting from 10 million GP. As a side note, if you are interested maybe in some weird ones like I used to do, like 1 hour of only flipping vegetables, 1 hour of only flipping Cerberus drops, stuff like that, leave a comment down below if you're interested. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is just hop over onto GE Tracker just for a few ideas. GE Tracker is a sponsor of mine, so if you are interested, there will be a link in the description. We're over here on the high margin page. Obviously, all these items are too expensive, so we're going to go ahead and filter that down to, we'll put in for 10 million, but we're probably not going to be doing these items. From here, we're going to go ahead and find the highest quantity traded per hour. So we have stuff like the Ancient Medallion, toxic blowpipes, although the margin is terrible. We're really just looking here for some ideas. We're also going to take into account the ROI. Okay, first up here, let's look at a few items here. We're looking at the Occult Necklace. Has a limit of 8. We're going to go ahead and price check pretty much everything here. Okay, so the Occult Necklace, for example, let's go ahead and price check that. We are sacrificing a little bit of money for the price check, but as long as we can flip around 8 of them, that's not so bad. That's a pretty small margin. I don't think I'm going to do that. I checked something interesting earlier, which is Naruto teleports. I don't know why they're so expensive right now. 12k into 8k, that's insane. We're going to go ahead and do some of those. We'll just put an offer in for maybe, I really don't think many are going to come through, but let's just go ahead and do 100. So while certainly items like the toxic blowpipe aren't going to have an amazing margin, they're going to flip very quickly, and even with 10 mil, we can just do one at a time and flip it back and forth. And even if it has like a 5k margin or something like that, it's 4k margin. Not very good, but we'll just do one. And we'll move on to something else because it should buy and sell pretty much instantly almost. Ideally, we are looking for something with a better margin though. Okay, so every time a toxic blowpipe comes through, we're just going to go ahead and flip it for, well, only around 4k, but that's not too bad. 3305 600. Okay, Rim's Robe Skirt has a 8k margin. We'll go ahead and do one of those for now. We're going to put an offer in for the Devout Boots, not traded as frequently as some of these other items, but the margin is around 60k, which is very, very nice. We'll just go ahead and do one of the Devout Boots for now. Okay, the Guthan's Helm actually has a 10k margin. That's not bad. We're going to do one at a time. We could invest a little more money into that when we have a little more freed up, but for now we'll just do the one. So doing a 5k margin on blowpipes might seem kind of dumb, but doing the full limit will still give us around 35 to 40k in profit. Which isn't bad. We have the Tome of Fire, which is relatively cheap. We may actually do 2 of these as it's only 590k and has a 6k margin on it, which is not bad. And the last up here, we're just going to do the Ceridome Sword. Why not? Really cheap item, and we got our very first Guthan's Helm for 837, and we can sell it for 847 900. That's a pretty nice margin of a little bit over 10k per helmet, and we could theoretically do 15 of them. Okay, the tricky part here is remembering all of the prices. We have the Ceridome Sword, which we're getting a 4k margin on for 887k, something like that. We have the Rim's Robe Skirt. We bought the very first one of those, which I think we're getting around a 7k margin, 1969. We're selling it for 1977. That's pretty good. And we actually got a solid chunk of the Naruto teleports. Now, we did buy them for, what was it, 8k? We could try to sell them for 11.99 or something. Let's go for 11,500. We're getting around 3k per teleport, and on 15 of those, that would give us 45k just right there. We also have our very first Tome of Fire coming through for 591. We don't have any room right now, but we'll just hold off for now. We did actually sell off some of the Naruto teleports. That's great for 11,500. Okay, the Tomes of Fire we're selling for a 6k margin, so we're getting 12k on these two here. So if we're selling for 597 400. Ideally, we would max out the bind limit for each one of them, as that would save us a bit of money margin checking other things. All right, not bad. We sold off all of the Naruto teleports. Like I said, that's a 45k profit, and we have a few more as well. A really good item for us right now. We have another 12, which you can sell for another 3k margin on each one, which is amazing. Also, the limit is so high on this one that we can pretty much do this for the entire hour, assuming the margin doesn't disappear. We sold off 2 of the Tomes of Fire. In total, we got 12k in profit. That's not terrible. We'll go ahead and do another 2. Same thing for the Ceradoman sword we sold off. We'll go ahead and buy some more. Why not? No luck on the Devout Boots or the Guthan's Helm yet, but I'm hoping pretty soon they will sell off. Alright, we have a few things sold off. We have the Toxic Blowpipes, which I may just stop doing. That's a lot invested for not much of a return. We have the Rim's Robe Top sold off, which, what is that again? A 6k margin? Okay, we'll do one more. We are kind of limited by our offer slots. We have another Ceradoman sword coming through for 883. And we're looking to sell those off for 887. Not that great. Okay, we're going to pull out the Rim's Robe Skirt. We're going to try the Rim's Set. We're going to try buying it for around 41, 45 or something like that. And we'll just go for one of them for now. Still no luck on the Devout Boots or the Guthan's Helm. We may have to sell that for a little bit less possibly. Wow, we got the Rim's Robe Set pretty quickly for 41.45. And we're hoping to sell it for 41.70 or something like that. Let's do 41.69. Which is, what is that, a 25k margin? Much better than the Blowpipe so far. We have sold off another Ceradoman sword. We sold off all of the Narda teleports. That'll be another 36k right there, not bad. And we have another Tome of Fire. Okay, we got another 19 Narda teleports, perfect. And we're going to be selling off once again for 11,500 on 19 teleports. What's that? That's 60k in profit off of this item. A really amazing return. I think we got kind of lucky. If we have a look at the GE tracker graph, we can see that something funky happened today. It was worth 4.5k until, well, sometime in the early morning for me, and then it spiked up to 35k, and we're still at 13k. I wonder if there's a clan merch, or maybe there was an update I didn't realize, but anyway, it's working out pretty well for me. All right, we got our very first set of Devout Boots. That took quite a while. It took 20 minutes. We did increase the price slightly, but then we finally did make a purchase for 855. We're going to try selling it for 925k. Seems like a pretty solid margin to me, but this item doesn't trade as much as the others, so I think we could stretch that margin pretty high. So we did end up selling the Rim's armor set for 41.69, which is a 24k margin. Not bad. I think we'll probably invest in another Rim's armor set because that's a pretty good margin. 41.45, not bad. 85 into 98, that's pretty good for a Fury, honestly. Let's go ahead and do it. It would be nice to do 2 at a time, actually, so we could get that margin quickly. And we got another one through already for 27.85, and we're just going to repeat that until we've done the entire limit. We have all of the Narda teleports sold off for 11,500, and we have another 20 coming through. Perfect. We'll probably put another offer in for that, because we're just halfway now, and we've already flipped, well, 100. So we have 3 more Furies to do, and then we'll be done with the item entirely, getting a 13k margin on 7 of them. We ended up instantly selling off the Guthan's Helm because it was kind of annoying me. We got the rest of our Narda teleports, so let's go ahead and put another offer in for those. Another 100. That is insane. We spent 800k and we got 300k back in profit. Really, really good from that one. Both of our Furies are sold off. We'll just hit collect. And I think we can do at least 2 more. So we'll put another offer in for 27.85 and we'll do 2 of them. We ended up instantly selling off our Devout Boots, unfortunately, for 882. What the? Okay, that's still a pretty good margin for instantly selling, honestly. 882 when we bought them for 855. That is still around a 30k margin on Devout Boots, although they're very slow, so I'm probably not going to do them again. We ended up gutting the price on the Furies a little bit, but not by much. That's still a 10k margin on those Furies, and we're going to buy our very last one here at 27.85 to, well, finish off with probably around 70k in profit, or a little bit more even. Okay, another really popular item is Archer's Rings. They have gotten very expensive, so they aren't as cost effective as the Fury, but let's go ahead and check the price anyway. We can do 8 of them. Has around a 10k margin. That's pretty good. We'll go ahead and do 1 at a time. Fortunately, such an expensive item that we can't afford 2 at once, but that's okay. So yeah, we're pretty much just going to do this back and forth until we're done with Archer's Rings. We'll maybe try to find one other item as well. We're actually going to try the Dragon Crossbow for around 3,900. We'll do it for 39.10. I'm not really sure how often this item trades. It says a lot were traded in the last hour, but not all the time, so we'll give it a try. Oh, okay, we got one already for 39.10. I think we're trying to sell it for 39.25 or something like that. It's a pretty good margin. Not bad, actually. We sold off the Dragon Crossbow already for 39.25. That is, what was that, a 15k margin? That's pretty good. We'll continue on with the item, why not? Pretty close to the end here. We have 20 minutes left. Okay, I think we're getting pretty close on the Archer's Ring. How many have we done so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, never mind. I can't count very well. And we have the Dragon Crossbow again for another 15k margin. I think we'll probably pull out the Narda teleports now. We don't have much more time. and we actually have another 7 in inventory as well. The really nice thing about the Dragon Crossbow is it has a limit of 70, which means you're never going to hit it. And, well, you could, and if you did, that would be amazing, because that's 15k on a 70 quantity margin. But anyway, we don't have to worry about hitting the buy-in limit for our purposes anyway. You may have noticed that I didn't end up trying to do any high volume items. There's kind of a reason behind that. I find high volume items aren't really that effective unless you have maybe closer to 50 or 60 mil, and I find that flipping higher margin items like Archer's Rings, Furies, stuff that a lot of people trade, I find that more effective than high volume items at around the 10 mil mark. And with the last bit of time here, we're going to try the Trident of the Seas. It trades pretty quickly, and I think it probably is going to have a similar margin to the Archer's Ring and be like 5 times cheaper. Okay, we have under 10 minutes left now. We have sold off most of the Nardo teleports. I think we'll probably just pull the Trident out and call that a day. We'll come back when everything has sold. Alright guys, that is going to be it for the video. We have sold off the Dragon Crossbow for $39.19 and all of the Nardo teleports for $11,500. Let's see how much money we made in 1 hour. Starting with only 10 mil, I think we did pretty well. We found a couple really nice items. The Nardo teleport probably being a very well timed flip, just something was going on there. So we're back up to 10 mil. We're wearing very newbie free-to-play gear for whatever reason. And let's go ahead and price check it. So we made 643k from a 10 mil start, which is not bad at all. For example, if we started with 100 mil, it would not be very frequent that I get a 6.3 mil return. So you can really tell the difference there. Generally, I wouldn't actually recommend attempting to seriously flip with only 10 mil. But, well, it just goes to show that it is possible. Anyway, guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave the video a like. I would appreciate it. And I will see you next time.